Hey there. You wanna know what my favorite seafood of all time is? Crabs. You know what's really expensive? Crabs. So you know what we're fishing for? Crabs. The game plan today is we're gonna do a little bit of a land-based crab mission. I'm very excited, and we're hopefully gonna catch a mess of blue crabs, bring them home and cook up a tasty, tasty lunch. We'll probably throw a little fish in maybe while we're at it. But got my cooler set up, got a net, got some line and weights, and got some bait. Really simple way. We're not setting traps, we're not doing anything like that. We're using a line and just some bait and a dip net to catch some big blue crabs. Hopefully. I haven't done this in a long time, since I was a little kid, so we're gonna run through the paces and see if we can catch some big crabs, man. I could not be more stoked. Let's go. All right, we're at a crummy little spillway right now. You can't hear the water ripping, so no, you could use rope or like just paracord, but I'm gonna use 60-pound mono just because it's easy. I have a spool of it and I can reuse it, really simple. We have bait, so I thought about bringing my cast and catching some mullet, but instead we're just gonna use some raw chicken, and I also have some bacon that we're gonna fry. And we're gonna tie it off to the rope. How it works is you throw your bait to the bottom, you let it sit there for a bit, and you wait for a crab to pick up your line, and you really gingerly finesse them in, have your dip net ready, and you scoop that sucker. So we're gonna rig up and see if we can get on it. We have dropped our first crab line out. I'm only gonna run one at a time, I just don't care to do more. And so basically what you do is, instead of keeping a really taut line, like you're like, oh, I'm trying to feel the bite, you actually keep your line loose so you can see if a crab picks up the line. So it's not like a fish where it's gonna bite it really hard. You know, they're just walking up and gingerly clamping it, and they're gonna grab it and try to walk away with it. So we'll keep our line relatively loose and see if it gets tight. There's a lot of current in here, so theoretically the scent should travel pretty easily and pretty quick, and the crab should zero in on it fast. Dude, that took like all of 5 seconds. I literally wasn't even finished setting my trap yet. Oh no, he got away. Oh my God. Literally, I had that down there for like 5 seconds, and a nice blue crab already picked it up. I didn't expect him to dart that quickly. Holy crap, I cannot believe that. Bacon, deploy. All right, so literally what I was gonna do is just line my spool up on my net here so they're kind of right together, and it's almost like my own little rod holder. Crazy, I can't believe that worked that quick. Oh my gosh. There's one literally hanging on it. Literally, one's already grabbing it, man. Holy cow. This feels heavy. It feels really heavy. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, this is the reddest blue crab I've ever seen in my life. That is what I'm talking about right there. Are you kidding me? So quick. Big old meaty claws in that. So down here in Florida, from what I've read, and there's no size on them. You just can't keep a egg-bearing female, and this is a male right there. You can tell by his little carapace shape. But this crab is the reddest blue crab I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at that. That is unreal. That is so unreal. He's got big meaty claws. He's coming home. Yeah, we're allowed to harvest 10 gallons of crab. Like 2 5-gallon buckets worth, basically, of whole crabs. That is an insane looking animal. Make him a nice little home in the ice. We'll probably just cover him up a little bit just to end that a little quicker. I don't think you understand how excited I am that that worked that fast. It gives me hope that we can load up on some crabs today. All right, dropping our bacon for the second time here. I cannot believe how quickly that worked. I was prepared to like set this line and just let it sit out there and wait for like 10-15 minutes, but oh gosh, this just stuck me in the butt. Sandspur in the butt, dude. Well, while we wait for our other crab line to go off, I'm just gonna pick up some of this trash around here that people have left. I mean, keep it simple. If you leave trash and you litter, you're a douchebag. There it is. So, like, come on. Like, literally, like, what the world talks about, the worst thing in the world. A freaking 6-pack holder. It's a shame, too, because, like, you know that people leaving that stuff are people coming here to catch crabs and fish. Like, they should be looking after that resource so adamantly, especially if you're gonna take from that resource. You need to be a good steward of it, man. And just to leave beer bottles and plastic everywhere, it's a damn shame. Oh my God. Oh, what the frick? Let me go get my freaking camera. Are you ready for this stuff of nightmares, bro? I felt myself getting a bite and I was letting it sit there and pulled it in and couldn't see anything. And I was like, I guess nothing was on there. And then very faintly I see this demon kicking around down there, bro. Let me grab it by its back legs. It doesn't have big pinchers or anything. He's missing some legs too. Look at that absolute creep spider crab right there. That thing is huge. He's trying to get me. Look at that thing. That's horrifying looking, bro. We're not gonna keep him, but oh my gosh, what a ugly looking feller. That is insane. I've seen spider crabs while diving. That's why I think this is a spider crab, but I've never seen one this big. Oh my God, that is creepy. Finally got another one. Been in a little bit of a lull here. I've missed like 3 or 4, but finally got a good one. Let's see. See an egg bear? It is not an egg bear. It's just a beautiful blue crab. Awesome. About the size of my hand probably. We'll just put this one straight on ice. Crustaceans are weird. We're like, they almost instantly when they get hit with ice, they're done. Like, right to sleep. So just covered buddy with ice, and literally within 2 seconds of being shoveled the ice over top, not even moving. Like poking him and he's not moving right there. That's so insane. All right, I've missed a few, so that's been setting me back a little bit, but starting to figure it out. The netting them is the hardest part by myself, because like I'm finessing the line here and trying to get the net under at the same time, and got the water from the spillway. The crab ends up like blowing out into it a lot, so it's been tough, but we can even get half a dozen to a dozen crabs. I will be fired up. Something's definitely got it, but it's in the real big current seam. Probably real hard to keep it holding on, so I'm just like slowly, hand over hand, dragging this guy in. And if I feel him let go, I'm just gonna drop the bait right where it is and see if it'll sink back down to him and he'll pick it back up. Please be a big one. Come on, be a big one. Oh, that's why it felt so weird. There's a few of them on it. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I just caught a spider crab and a blue crab in the same go. That's why I felt so heavy. And I think there was a third one on there too. God, these spider crabs are so creepy. Look at that spider crab, bro. He got some big old claws on them. Honestly, they look like just mini king crabs. And I'm sure they're great eating. I just don't know anything about them. And I couldn't find anything on regs. Once I learn more, if anyone knows, maybe I'll try to keep some and eat some someday, because they seem not too terribly hard to catch. And be like having mini king crabs right here. If I get this blue crab off the net, I'll show you him too. There we go. Blue crab and a mini spider crab. Actually a giant spider crab, honestly. How crazy is that, dude? Spider crab on your way. Blue crab, you can see that's a female if you look at the base of the carapace, that big rounded one, I believe. But there's no eggs in there, so she's good to go. We'll bring her home. As I was bringing that bacon up, I thought it was a huge crab because I was pulling it so slow and it felt so heavy. There was three. There was two blue crabs and that king crab on it, or spider crab on it. And as I was going for the net, the third one let go right before he got to the surface. All right, while I'm rebaiting, let me show you the rig. Simple as dirt. I have a spool, a 60-pound mono that costs like $4 for a 25-yard spool of mono. And on it, just a 1-ounce egg sinker, and then I have like a little bell sinker right here. And you could just do one heavy one of these. I just didn't have any heavier than this, so I figured I'd do the little one, big one attached to it right there. And all I'm doing in my mono is I'm making a loop in it like that. And I'm rolling up my bacon, rolling a nice fatty here. And we're gonna get it rolled up. Make it as compact as possible is the idea. That way they have a hard time pulling it apart and they hold on tighter. And we're gonna thread this in our loop here. So we got the loop around our bacon and are literally just gonna pull it tight in such a way that we got a nice tight ball of bacon and as closer to the weight as possible, because crabs are bottom feeders, so you want that thing hanging there just like this on the bottom. And that's the setup, super easy. Feel like I got a little Spidey crab on. Who knows, maybe I'll be surprised, maybe it'll be a nice blue. It's a blue. Got him. Good one. Nice. He still got that bacon hanging out of his mouth. Ah. How precarious of a situation are we in right now? That is like a beautiful, mega vibrant blue crab. Any babies? We are good. Fish definitely just grabbed my freaking thing as I was pulling it in. Not a fish, a crab, huh? What do you know about that? Oh, that's a stunker. Missing a claw, but it's a big boy. We'll keep him anyhow. That puts us at a grand total of 5. Well, I have caught like 14 spider crab in a row, so I think we are gonna call it and make off with the blue crabs that we got. And, oh, that's so weird. There's a fish scale up in here. That's so interesting. The fish scale wrapped in my bacon. Make off with the 5 crabs that we got, because that is plenty anyhow for a meal. And head home and start cooking, man. This was super, super fun. Like, I definitely gotta do this again. Drop a like if you've enjoyed this, and if you think I should come back and do a catch and cook with some of those spider crabs and try to catch some more blue crabs. I think that would be really interesting to taste those bad boys and try them out, because I'm sure they're great. I just, you know, wanted today to be about blue crabs, you know? So we're gonna wrap up our crab and rig and head on home.
This is actually a recipe for a crab cake I got from another YouTuber named Joshua Wiseman. So we're gonna bring a big pot of water to a boil and throw some Old Bay seasoning in it and get these crabs ready. Once we got that water firing off on a boil, we're gonna drop our crabs in one by one. I let those bad boys boil for about 8 to 10 minutes and then drop them right into an ice bath to stop the cooking. Look at those red fellers. Now, these aren't very big crabs, so pulling the meat out of these things is going to take me a good minute here. Once we pulled all the meat out of the crabs, it was time to make our batter for the crab cake. So we start with a half cup of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of hot sauce, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard was in there, and then crack an egg on top. Combine that up, throw your crab meat into it. Once that's mixed up, throw some panko in there and start forming those balls. A little secret I did, I added some grated fresh Parmesan and it made the flavor unreal. Drop them in a little skillet full of oil and you're gonna pan fry these bad boys until they're brown and golden on each side. A little bit of remoulade on your bun of your choice. Patties down. Sprinkle a little bit of arugula to get some green stuff on it. Seriously, as simple as it comes.
Okay, here we are. Cheers to some chemicals. There you go. So my wonderful wife sitting next to me, and the crab cake sandwiches are done. I have not tasted them. I have not tested any of the flavors at all, so we'll see how they taste. And Chelsea can give me your unbiased opinion. Honestly, the patties are a lot smaller than you bread, so it might take a couple bites to get into it. It's really good. Oh. I think I might have put a little too much remoulade on the buns itself. Like I put a little on the bottom and a little on top. I didn't think it would taste as strong as it does because it's got like a, I mean remoulade is just like a flavored mayonnaise basically, so it tastes a little bit mayo-y, but once you like get into it and get out of the bread and like you really get into the crab, it is money.
It's perfect.
It's funny, these sandwiches are so simple. Like it's literally just bread, remoulade, arugula, and then a crab cake because I put Parmesan cheese and a bunch of different things inside the cake itself, so the cake is like packed with flavor. So I mean, I think the only thing I might even add in the future is like maybe put a sliced tomato on top and maybe an onion.
About that.
No onion.
Very tasty. Very fresh.
You approve?
Yeah, for sure.
Now we go catch more crab.
Yeah, go catch some more crab.
Yes, you gotta catch yourself.
No.
Come here.
Oh,